Hello from Chicago. Alan Knuckman, high above the trading floor at the CME Group, talking energy with the focus on crude oil. Crude oil adding 75 cents today. 63.50 was the close today. A pivot point pop, which was very important, that we got some good solid follow through this week. Assets have rebounded. Now we see crude oil back above the 62 pivot level. 62 is important because that's the halfway mark of that drop that we had from 66 down to those 58 lows that we saw. So a close above that and some follow through here today is very positive for the bulls. Also, another continued move upward on a weekly basis. So this week we added $2, and then last week we added $2.50. So it's been quite a U-turn, quite a reversal off those extreme lows. Let's remember that 59 was a support level as the old double top from December. So markets often come back to their breakouts, and that's exactly what happened. That held on a weekly basis, and since that time we've seen a bounce. Getting into fundamental news today, we had a rig rise. One rig was the rise in the U.S. for oil rigs. So that brings us to 799, which is up 197 over the last year. So couple that with the actual decline in inventory when they're expecting a bit of a build, it's been somewhat of a positive week. Now, the rig rise is one, which essentially is none, meaning that we're not seeing a whole lot more production come online. Canada actually lost 9 rigs, oil rigs, last week in this report. So I guess it's a knee-jerk reaction to the prices having a big drop, but that's always a concern, is that production increase here with the shale oil here in the United States. So the lesson learned is that stocks and assets have stabilized. We saw stocks surge last week and then follow through here today on Friday to have another positive week to build on that base. So you're seeing that in other markets, and crude is making a comeback as well. Now, we're looking for a full V recovery to see if it can rebound and come back to that 66 high. If, let me say if 3 times, if we get back to that level, then we're looking for a measured move target of that $8 length of that drop on top of that 66 high. That target's 75-ish. So we've seen this before. The markets have snapped back after the sell-offs, and when they do, it's usually the distance of that sell-off on top of that old tip top. So to summarize, crude positive on the week, positive of the day, up 75 cents, 63.50, holding above that 62 pivot, which is important on a technical weekly basis. Alan Knuckman here in Chicago.